And welcome back to the Upper Room Podcast. My name is Andrew Shockley. We've got Kenny Michael Watson, Christopher Foster, and Joshua Stewart. It's been a while, guys. It's been about, 2 months now since we've done our last cast?
It's like 2.5, 3.
Something like that.
Yeah, like all together.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, it has been a fat minute. They had one recorded, but decided not to put that out because Michael sucks.
Whoa. Hang on. We take that back. I'm not the one that's the producer here, Chris.
I've been trying to get Michael to let me upload it, but he says something about copyright issues or something.
No.
Royalties
something
and all
about
that
a
shit.
thigh.
I want the people to see my thigh muscles in that motherfucker.
Mr. Thigh Guy.
Hey, now, I don't want any of y'all bitching, all right? This is not me. This is Christopher.
Okay, so to steer the topic off of me getting my ass eaten out by 3 different people, so what's been happening in the world since we've not done the last podcast? Like, there's been some crazy shit just happening all over the place. Seems like shit's falling apart, really.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a kidney stone, so that's one thing.
How many kidney stones
Your
can you
80th
possibly
kidney stone?
have?
At least 4. I don't know.
You've had 4 last year.
I actually passed one Thursday, but it's still, I don't know. I'm still not recovered.
You have one like every other month.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah,
It's pretty trash. And
when you told us the
first
first time, I was not even surprised. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. It's like saying you got a haircut today. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah.
I would probably kill myself, honestly, if I had to deal with that much. Like,
Dude,
that's horrible.
I'll put it for you this way. My mom said that she would rather have me and both of my sisters again at the same time than to ever pass another one. She's only had one.
That is
I feel like it. I don't know. I'm not a female, but it seems like it'd be worse.
I feel like it's worse for a dude. I don't know. I've never had one, but I feel like it would be.
That's what I was about to say.
Shockley, why don't you give us some insight of what it feels like?
Yeah.
Imagine pissing razor blades out your dick.
Really?
Like, not even sarcastically. That's literally razor blades with lemon juice behind it. It's the worst feeling that I've ever experienced.
Okay, going back to that, would you rather I asked y'all like 5 episodes ago? Would you rather shit a Ninja Star or piss a razor blade like a real?
I'd rather shit the Ninja Star. I don't know what that's like.
I'll try though.
I'll try anything once.
Okay, so one more question. Okay, this is a good one. I asked my buddy the other day. Jesus. Fuck, marry, kill. Okay. Italian food, Chinese food, or Mexican food? Go.
I'd marry Mexican food because that's something I always love coming home to.
You're already wrong.
No. And then I would, if you fuck Mexican food, that's spicy, bro. Like I'm telling you. I'll take the Chinese food. I'll fuck the Chinese food. Marry Mexican food.
No.
And just kill off Italian food.
No.
Okay.
That's not it.
Right.
But I respect it.
Josh?
What about you, Josh?
I would fuck Chinese food, marry Mexican, and kill Italian.
Okay.
That's the exact same thing I just said.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, I would.
I mean, I love Italian
I'll back
food.
you up.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, like whenever I think of like Italian food, I think of like pizza. I'm like,
Exactly.
But I'm like,
Yeah,
I think
pasta.
spaghetti, and that's
Like,
honestly something
like
I don't
I
really
can
love.
do without pizza and spaghetti.
But Alfredo, bro.
Oh fuck! I didn't even realize, man. Okay,
That's the
all right.
thing.
Okay.
I kind of rethinking myself.
All right, so I would, I didn't think about Alfredo. I would marry Italian food, kill Mexican food.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love sushi. I love
Okay.
sushi.
Your
Well,
answer is
that's not
about the same
Chinese,
as
that's
mine.
Japanese.
Okay.
Chris?
I would marry Chinese food because Chinese food's the best. I mean, I wouldn't care to live with that every day.
He's gonna kill Mexican food.
I would definitely.
Taco Bell?
I would kill Mexican.
No more Taco Bell.
Bell's
That's
not
American
Mexican food.
man.
Yeah.
I can't
I would
understand.
kill.
Same damn thing.
No,
No,
I
it's
would
not.
kill Mexican food and then I would fuck Italian food because it'd be so easy. Like pasta, like it's not spicy, it's not sweet, like smooth Alfredo.
Okay, so
with the bread.
I'm gonna clarify
breadstick dipped in
something.
it.
You're not actually fucking it. It's like you'll get it one good
Damn,
time.
then my answers are all going to be switched around then.
I'm gonna change up
It's not a real
everything.
situation like you're putting your wiener inside of it.
Oh,
You're not putting a burrito on your wiener. It's just like a metaphorical situation.
I mean,
Like you only get it one
you ever
good
saw
time.
fried beans?
That'd be easy. With a soft shell.
good sauce.
You're talking real easy.
Damn.
Okay.
What's yours?
Okay. I would marry Italian food because I can't live without like pasta or pizza or anything.
You're right. Like I'd probably have to switch.
Yeah, fuck Chinese food because I love hibachi, but not enough to marry it. And then just kill off Mexican food.
How are you
I can
gonna
live
kill-
without Mexican
The
food.
thing is, bro, is
I could live
Chinese
without it,
food
too.
is not hibachi. It's Japanese.
Yeah, hibachi is
Well,
Japanese.
it-
Chinese
it-
is like
it's
Chinese
all
is
the
like
same
sweet and sour.
thing.
At this point,
Is not the same. Though.
It's all the
different.
same.
Go to a Japanese restaurant and go
It's
to a Chinese
rice,
restaurant.
chicken, and then
Yeah,
some
but
sort of vegetable.
Japanese
I
don't
agree
do
with
sweet and
Michael.
sour.
Like it's all in the same ballpark. Like
It is, but it's not quite like sweet and sour and shit is on the Chinese side, and then Japanese is more like he said, like hibachi, grilled steak, stuff like that,
just
with like
perfect little
peppers
cuts
and
of
shit.
tuna.
Like Chinese food's more based on like the sweet side, like sesame chicken, sweet and sour chicken, like
Salmon.
sweet lo mein. Like Japanese don't do like the sweet flavors and stuff. So
They do
to me, it's
really
different.
spicy shit though.
yeah,
It
that's
is
what I'm saying.
really
It's
good.
different. It's the same, but it's different.
the thing that surprised me about Michael's answer is that he loves spicy food and he killed Mexican food.
Yeah, well, anything.
It's
can
not
be
the
spicy,
same
really.
spice. Like, goodness gracious. I like the kind of that salt nick fucked me up. But anyways, the kind of spicy I like is just like buffalo sauce
Just
spicy.
like fucking
Just
make
like-
you want to die.
Yeah, and and Mexican is just it's a different kind of
Flavorful
spicy.
spicy.
Yeah.
I prefer
It's just not the
flavorful
same.
spicy.
It's not the same to me. I just want like burn your tongue off kind of spicy.
That's too much for me.
Yeah, fuck that.
It is for a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie.
How does your butthole look after years of eating that shit?
I don't want to talk about that. Just to be
Blisters
real with you.
everywhere. Like, just infected pus ball. That's all his asshole
Just
is.
see his sad, like his sad face tattoo over his ass. I saw
Okay,
some things.
Chocolate, who'd you say you would marry?
Oh, I'd marry Mexican food.
Marry Mexican food? Okay, so now you have to choose one restaurant to marry. Take your time. Actually, don't take
That
your time.
you've been to, I guess, because you know
Wait.
there's better out there.
Shit, there was this place in.
I say you went to
God.
Texas, so you've
Yeah,
got to
there
have
was
some
this
good
place
stuff.
in Texas, and I cannot remember the name of it to save my
bet it
life.
was
Well,
good.
she's probably not going to be real
Bro,
happy with you if you
have
can't even remember
no
her name.
idea.
Probably should have just.
You have
Never
no
mind.
idea. If I had to pick a place around here that I regularly go to, it'd probably be Mi Toro.
Or El Toro.
What is that? You mean El Toro?
No, Mi
There's
Toro.
a Mi Toro also, but there's
Oh.
also El
is
Toro.
that the one in Morristown?
It is. I
Well,
think
there's
it's in
two.
Morristown.
So there's El Toro and then there's Mi Toro.
El Toro's delicious.
Mi Toro is close to O'Charlie's, and it's really
yeah.
No
No,
million
they-
old Charles.
Yeah, I've been there. I had a steak when I went there. You know what I had when I went there? A steak and French fries.
Holy fuck.
No shit, they have that.
goes to a Mexican restaurant and orders American food.
We just stopped by there randomly one day, and I wasn't
Go to
really in the
China
mood.
One
Should
and
have
get a
just got some
burger.
carne asada.
What the?
You know
carne
they-
asada?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And they opened up a Mexican buffet in
I saw that.
Ooh, a
It's
Mexican
actually very
buffet.
good. I've been twice already.
Did you go?
It-
Yeah, it's
Wait,
very
hey.
good.
Okay.
Time out. What did you say?
There's a Mexican buffet between Morristown and Jeff.
Really?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just opened it up.
It's like the quality of like a restaurant, but like it's a buffet. Like
Okay.
and it's pretty cheap. It's like
I have a
$2 a
question.
person.
I have a
What?
question or two. So, do they have like chicken and stuff laid out? They have like enchiladas.
Yeah, they got all kinds of
So
stuff.
they
like,
pretty much have everything you can get on the menu, though. So
Yeah,
they have like
yeah.
queso, like
yeah,
salsa.
yeah, they have
You hooked
queso.
me up.
Okay, that was my main
You
question.
hit me up with some pollo loco. I'm
Yeah,
down.
that's what I was
Like,
saying,
pollo
like the-
loco.
I mean,
The
like
queso chicken?
you could make your own. Like all the stuff's like right there. It's
So
very
it's basically
good.
a taco.
I highly
I might go
recommend it.
there. We might go there tomorrow if they're
It's
open.
like 20.
do
Like
that.
for you, like you and Emily, like you're looking at like $20.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's very good.
Bro, call me. I'll go.
On the topic of
Why don't we go right now?
restaurants,
I'll
that's
check this
actually
thing
a
out.
pretty
It's
cool
probably
topic.
closed.
Like, what's the best restaurant you've ever been to? And it doesn't have. It can be anything, like a sit down restaurant, whatever. Just I'm talking like that you've had in your whole life.
Let's do fast food. I feel
Does
like
it
that's a good
still
one.
have to exist?
No, it can just be
No.
anything. Even if it got discontinued like 10 years ago, as long as it was once a thing and you had it, if it's the best thing you've ever had, then it's eligible.
So can I chime in on that?
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell-
go
wait,
ahead,
the
'cause I've-
best-
I've got to text my buddies.
The best and
The
second,
one that I can
the
eat
worst.
every
Yeah.
fucking day.
So give me
of
the
my
best
life.
and then give me the worst, and
The
we'll start
place-
with you.
The place that I could eat every day of my life and still be happy because they have a
Shoney's.
pretty good variety. Was,
Shoney's is awful.
Fuck
No, I'm
off.
joking.
Like, it was a restaurant called Itaco in Morristown, and it was a little
Okay.
Japanese spot. It's actually where Mi Toro is now. Like, it used to be in that building. And then now there's people opening up any taco right across the street.
Oh, fuck.
It's not owned by the same family though, so I don't have any intentions on going. But it was this little Japanese spot, and they did like hibachi, like where they like cook in front of you. And,
Oh, yeah. I've
like,
never been
blow
somewhere like that.
flames in your face, all kinds of cool shit. But they were really good. They had really good quality food, and they got everything fresh too. So it was amazing. And I grew up going there. Like we'd go there at least 2 or 3 times a week. Like I could eat that every day of my life and be happy. And then you said, like, the worst place that I've ever eaten?
The worst. And it doesn't have to necessarily be the worst tasting, but let's just say that you were extremely disappointed off of your expectations and it just didn't live up. And it's kind of like one of those places where you're like, wow, this is nothing like I thought it was going to be. And now I just have a bad taste in my mouth and I never want to eat it again.
Honestly, the first time I ever went to Olive Garden.
Okay, I can see that because
hated
Olive
it.
Garden is actually just very plain and basic.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think I've ever been
bland.
there.
Like, there's
Nothing's-
no
it's-
flavor to it.
It's
man.
good, but it's nothing special. Like, I mean, you ever had Alfredo and bread?
Yeah.
You ever had spaghetti?
Yeah.
You've been to Olive Garden because that's pretty much what
Like,
it is.
well, here's the thing with Italian food. If you go to like an Italian eatery, there's a place that's in Knoxville called Louie's, and it was an Italian family that came over after World War II,
Yeah.
and it started with the father, and they had 2 sons, and actually one of the sons departed and wanted to like start his own recipe instead of using the family recipe. Well, his business went under. And but anyway, Louie's has probably the best red sauce I've ever had in my life. It's a fantastic Italian joint. Like, it's really, really good. And that's just one of the examples of a really good traditional Italian eatery.
Yeah.
It is fantastic there. So it really depends on where you go. If you go to these chain stores, expect
Yeah,
subpar shit.
for sure.
Like, just being honest. It might taste good, but that's usually after I've had a few drinks, to be honest.
I don't understand how Olive Garden can tout themselves on being like a big Italian place when they don't even have pizza or anything or ravioli. They literally specialize just in like Alfredo
Basic pastas.
and pasta.
I mean,
they have
like-
no pizza.
And then it's bland.
Fazoli's is like does a way better. I would so much rather have Fazoli's.
Fazoli's is good. I haven't been there
Fazoli's
once,
is
but it's
fantastic.
very good.
Me and Emily go there all the time. It's delicious.
That's that place right down here, right?
It's down
No,
in
that's Gino's.
Gino's.
no, not Gino's.
G-
Fazoli's is a chain, but it's down by Talbot down there. Where
Oh,
they put all
yeah,
the new
okay.
stuff.
Now I know where you're talking about. So, Gino's, I've actually been to Gino's.
They're
It's
okay.
pretty good.
They're
I
all
like it.
Their pizza's shit, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I hate
it's
their
the pizza is not the best, but it's very good, but it's not like the best.
It's
They're,
pricey, but
it's not
good.
better than Papa John's.
They're,
I'd rather
Papa
have
John's, my boy.
Their pastas, though.
I've not had their pastas,
They're,
mainly because they're so damn expensive.
Yeah.
It's to die for and well worth the money.
It's okay. What was it called? Like the something tour or something like that. It was so good. They had stromboli, spaghetti, and like one other thing
Something.
for like I don't remember what it was called. It was like $8, man. It was so good for the
Remember
price.
put that place down in JF, the Gondolier?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
They have good
It's-
desserts. They
It's
have
like
fantastic
their
desserts.
cheesecake is amazing, but the regular stuff is just like
Yeah.
meh.
It's bland.
Josh, we got to know your best
Pizza's
and
alright.
worst.
My best to worst.
Know your best and worst.
Yeah. Okay.
You silly fuck.
He's had a couple non-sponsored twisted teas.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Please.
Let me think.
Come on, we don't need dead air.
My worst is probably that time at McDonald's. Whenever
So is it going to be McDonald's as a whole?
Or a
no,
specific location.
this specific one. I remember I got a double cheeseburger or something like that, and I was like, yeah, I just want a McDouble, and I opened up my bag. Charlie was sitting in the back seat. It's like, dude, this McDouble don't have no patties.
It didn't. It was just bread. I remember
my
that.
Happened to me before. I was so confused.
Yeah, I was like, no, dude, you're fucking with me. It was like, toss it up here. It was like, dude, I'm telling you, man, they ain't got no patties.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god, I'd be so annoyed.
dude.
What kind of drugs do you have to be on to forget the patties?
Sometimes if you ask for it plain or like tell them that you don't want everything on it, they'll
Nobody's
actually
smart
think,
ass.
they'll think that you don't want anything
That's
on it.
so. I want some bread. I want your buns,
Like if
please.
you say you want
Just
ketchup
give me your
only,
buns.
they might just put ketchup on 2 buns and be like, "Oh, you said ketchup only."
And they want 15 an hour.
fucking Hobby Lobby, man.
There's
Like,
no way.
you're lucky you get minimum wage.
Yeah.
Hey, Hobby
As-
Lobby is like 17 an hour now.
Dude,
What the fuck?
As
I've,
many times,
that's
as
a
many
good idea.
times as I've gone to McDonald's, I can say they've gotten my order right like a handful of times.
Yeah,
Like, it's
They get
never
my
consistent.
order right because I'm not a picky eater.
I think it really
I'm not either.
depends.
Like, I don't like the thing is like they'll always give me something else.
They fucked me over
every
too.
time.
Remember,
Well, they'll
Josh?
leave it
Me and
out.
you went, and they forgot like half my damn order.
Like,
They
here's
just
I
the
feel like
thing.
that happens to
Okay.
you all the time.
They just didn't even put it in the bag.
Yeah,
They
like
charged
here's
me.
the thing. Like, I was with Chris. He got me, Emily, and himself something. My order was 100% completely correct. Emily's was correct, but Chris, having the luck he has, they just fucking forget his food. They
Wasn't in
probably
there
just
at
threw
all.
that shit in the trash, right? Chris
Yeah.
Foster, nah, throw it in the trash.
It just wasn't in there. Taco Bell's bad for that too, man.
Occasionally, yeah.
What's your best, Josh?
My best.
Can I go next after Josh?
Yeah.
Okay.
My best. The best food I've ever ate. Damn, man, I really do not know. But like my favorite fast food, Burger King.
Really?
I'm right there
Yeah.
with you, boy.
Yeah,
Both
Damn
both
right.
of yours were fast food.
I like fast food.
You got some pretty low ass standards.
I really
Smile.
like fast food. Like it's just the way it tastes, like how bad it is.
It's
for
all
you.
that
I
MSG
love-
and lard.
Yeah, I love
That's
it.
all you need to learn.
Michael, what about you?
Okay, so
go.
you two, Josh and
Okay.
Chris, are gonna think this is dumb as fuck.
Hang on, I'll take it back. Okay, there was a
Goddamn.
Sonic. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, it was the best place I ever ate. Like it was probably just from where I hadn't ate solid food in forever, but I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I went to a Sonic.
You were high.
Josh,
as
shut the fuck
You were
up.
high as
No,
balls.
hang on.
Just
I'll
shut
give him
up.
Sonic over Burger King. Burger
Okay.
King's
Yeah,
trash.
but for the
but-
best place.
But like this Sonic that I ate at, like I hadn't ate solid food in like a fucking week, but I got like a big cheeseburger, man,
Oh my
and
god.
that shit was.
You were just
So
on
good.
hydros.
No,
doesn't
I was
count.
probably,
If
I
you
was
wanna
probably
go-
sober.
If you want to go fast
Probably.
foods, mine's Whataburger. Like Whataburger.
I feel like if you're starving, anything is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you two are gonna think this is dumb as fuck, but the best place I've ever eaten is the Noisy Oyster.
That was a horrible place.
Wait,
to
wait,
Okay.
wait. Before
Michael?
it moved, it was the best thing I've ever fucking eaten. It was great. But the worst place I've ever eaten is the Noisy Oyster after it moved. So
Okay.
that fucking strip mall where it was, that was shit.
Okay.
Where is this place?
It's when
Charleston.
we went to the beach. It was bad. I already know mine too. And my worst place I've ever been was PF Chang's, dude.
Really?
Fucking awful, man.
I've
And,
never
like,
been there.
The reason that
Dude,
it was
the one in
worst
Knoxville's
is-
terrible.
I know that's the one. It wasn't because the taste. It was because like PF Chang's like they're so elegant on the outside. You know, they got the big ass stone horse statues. Like you just look at it, they got the waterfall. You look at it from the road, and you're like, damn, that's a nice place. And you go in there, and the waiters are all professional. It's beautiful, like the prettiest restaurant you've ever been. So you got all these high hopes. You're like, man, this is about to be crazy. I can't wait. You go in there, you sit down, you know, you order your food. It's so crazy. They do all these extra things that normal restaurants don't do. You finally get your shit and you take a bite and you're like, wow, I should have just fucking went to the mall. and not only
Probably
that,
some $7
but
Asian food.
it fucking costs like $45 for two people.
Holy
Holy
ass.
shit.
And
Bro.
they do weird extra shit. Like, let's say if you want a to-go box, you know, normally they'll just be like, here's your box. Well, they'll come over there and they'll pack all your shit in the box for you and then charge you a premium for that service, even though
Premium?
What the
You didn't
fuck?
ask for
you
it.
didn't
What
ask
the
for the
fuck?
service, but they'll charge you for it. And you're like, wait a second, I could have put my own shit in
I'd
the box.
scream.
Yeah.
I-
and like
I'd
You
they'll-
can
they-
take this off.
What are you
What?
talking about? It's good.
Okay. I was
No,
like, what?
nothing's happening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was so scared.
No.
So for the viewers, something funky just happened with the monitor and I freaked out a little bit. I thought it stopped recording.
It's
and I
happened to
was
us
like, "Fuck."
before
It was
where
just-
it's automatically stopped and we've had to
I
restart.
know, that's why I've got anxiety, bro.
I know, it sucks.
It was
Okay,
like
so
that.
there's this
But
one
what was your
place
best?
that's
What?
oh
What
yeah, I
was your
forgot
best?
Chris didn't finish.
What was my best? The best that I've ever had in my whole life, or just something that I could just eat every day. You guys are gonna judge me
If
I
you
say
say
it.
Taco Bell, I'm
It's
smack
Taco
you.
Bell.
Oh man.
It's
I
fucking
felt that
Taco Bell,
coming
dude.
from my
And the
core,
reason
bro.
why it's Taco Bell though is because like it's just so good, man. You could eat. I could eat it. Like,
It's
all,
cheap.
It is
if I
good.
had to, I could eat it every day. And there's so many options. And like, yeah, I know it's fast food and everything, but let's be real though. Like, I'm not gonna be able to eat fucking like fancy ass sit down restaurants every day. But Taco Bell, it's affordable. I can eat that every day. And even if I was rich, I would still eat Taco Bell. Like, I wouldn't care.
I'll tell you a place that I desperately want to go. And the next time I travel, I fully intend on doing it. And that's going to Gordon Ramsay's place in New York. Like, I want
bet
to
that-
go
You gonna save
so
up? You
fucking
gonna drain your savings account for it?
Yeah, pretty much. I swear to God,
that
I
one
do.
For like a
That's
pot
how
of
bad
steak?
I want to do it. Like, that's how bad I want his food. And I get it, he's not cooking, but like,
It's his
he's so
recipes.
strict on his fucking staff. Like,
Yeah.
I would go up there, pay for a 3-course meal.
Where's the
call it a
closest
day.
restaurant of his? New York?
Probably.
New York, yeah.
You
I
pull
don't
up-
think so.
Imagine
Like New
you,
York and
pull up
LA
those
is
shirts,
where
there's,
his
There's
like
New
Whitworth.
York, LA. He's got one in Vegas too. So he's got yeah.
There's this one place that I think we all need to go. I think it's called Brazero's or something like that. It's yeah, it's a it's a buffet but of fancy meats. Like it's a buffet, but it's like $65 a
meat.
person. But like it's like a buffet of like steak and shrimp and all this crazy stuff. Oh my
It's
god, it
just
sounds
meat.
amazing.
I'd probably go just to try it, but I'd have to leave Emily at home. I can't pay no
Boys
$130.
trip.
I'll take a to-go box.
Now, remember before
a
this
doggy
all
bag.
COVID shit happened, we were trying to plan like just a boys' day. That's
Oh,
where
I
we need to
remember
go.
That.
Yeah.
That was a while ago too.
Yeah, this
Still
fucking
do
before
that.
all this COVID shit happened. We were like,
I'd
oh,
like to
we're
go.
gonna do something fun.
I'd like to go back to the melting pot.
I want to go camping, dude.
Oh,
but it's
I've never
getting cold.
been there, but
We're going camping.
okay.
be
So
cool.
yeah, melting pot, but also camping. My papa, I know this probably doesn't mean anything to the listeners.
As a pop up.
Yeah, my papa has a pop up that
You know
we
what's
can
funny?
take.
My papa has one too.
Let's take
Well,
both.
He's always telling me like, "Oh, you can take it if you want to."
They
but
probably
I'm
come
like,
with grandparents.
realistically, I
honestly.
don't need it. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool. Like, but we if we're gonna go camping, it needs to be like within the next 3 weeks because I'm not
It's
going
gonna
when
get
it's
cold.
freezing.
We
I am
swim in
not
the
waking
Bitch,
fucking
it's
up.
already getting cold.
Yeah, but it's
Dude,
gonna
it was
get worse.
40-some degrees
Yeah,
this morning.
we
when
get
I
build
got
a
up.
fire and it'd be okay.
Yeah, but like when it gets to where it's like 20 in the morning, I'm not doing that.
Well, that's
Sorry,
when
this
we
is
all-
actually a
that's-
couple's trip, just me and Chris.
That's when we all just get naked and keep each other warm and shit.
Hell, man.
In the same
And
Yeah.
I got it. Next time I go camping, man, if we sleep in a tent, I've got to bring an air mattress. I can't sleep on the ground no more.
See,
I don't know,
people
bro.
say that I'm not like true camper for taking a camper.
You're not a true
But
camper unless
I
you break
fucking
your back.
hate sleeping on the damn ground.
I do
it
too,
sucks
man.
ass.
Every time I
Like-
do, I feel awful when I wake up.
I think probably the last experience I had with camping was shit. And it was because I thought I was going to get murdered.
You've
the
not been
entire
with
time.
us every time we've ever been camping.
No,
You've
the last
always
time I
been-
went was me, you, and Franklin.
Yeah, well, see, that was a bad time.
thought
Why did
I
you
was
think?
gonna
Hang
die.
on. Why did you think you were going to get murdered?
Oh God.
Here we go.
Franklin brings a buddy of his. His name is literally Michael Myers.
Wait, really?
Dead ass.
That was his fucking name?
Dead ass. That was his fucking
You
name.
guys never told me that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then in the middle of the night, so Franklin. Okay, no, that's the next day. So in the middle of the night, we get there and it's dark as shit. He told us that it was just going to be like somewhere around here in town, right? And then we end up in fucking.
It was
North
North
Carolina.
Carolina, dude, and far in the North Carolina.
Yeah.
It was a 6-hour drive.
And then like we're in this
Jesus.
backwoods ass fucking camping spot that's like right next to the river. And then at like 4 o'clock in the morning, bro, there's this truck pulls up and I'm like, we're gonna die.
Yeah,
Like I'm
Shockley
looking
was
out there and all you
freaking
can
out,
see is the headlights on her. I'm like, we're fucked. We are fucked. They
Shockley
brought us
was
out here to
panicking.
kill me. They brought me out here to kill me.
Well, I ain't got no gun or anything.
Yeah, I didn't have shit. So like I heard that truck pull up. Everybody else was asleep. Chris was awake. And then Chris eventually falls asleep. I couldn't sleep. I was up.
Yeah,
Like
Shockley
I was
panicking,
so
dude. He was
paranoid,
freaking
bro.
out. That was a crazy trip.
I don't blame you
Dude,
because-
it
for that,
was.
man.
And then I got $20 in gas to get my ass back to Tennessee.
No, wait,
Son
No,
of a
it
bitch.
wasn't 20, dude.
It
It
was
was
$7.
it was like $7.
Oh, that's right. Your
$7?
mom gave me a 20.
Yeah, it was not 20. It was $7.
$7 in gas.
No, and to mention that is like whenever we planned this camping trip with Franklin, keep in mind it was supposed to be in Rutledge, where we live. So it was going to be like a 10-minute drive. But he's like, all of a sudden, at the very last minute when we meet up, he's like, oh, no, man. He's like, I got a better spot. He's like, it's not that far. He's like, it's a couple hours. And me and him were just kind of like, okay, that's not really what we wanted. But he's like, if you say so. And then the couple-hour shit turned into like 6 hours.
Jesus.
And he kept
You could have drove
adding,
to the beach.
He kept adding shit as we went on. And then when we
How?
got to the campsite, dude, I shit you not. No fucking body else on earth was there. It was
No.
just us. And it was so sketchy. You had to drive like a half a mile down a gravel road into the woods.
Okay.
No phone service or
Nothing.
anything.
Oh,
And
was
the
it-
worst part was we were supposed to take his fucking car.
Yeah, and then we didn't. And Shockley had to drive last minute
Because
at the
his
very
car
last
broke
minute.
down. Son of a bitch. Like,
Well,
and then
was
gave me
it-
$7 in fucking gas. I just drove to North Carolina, not knowing I was going to North Carolina. And he gives me $7 in gas. And what was so bad about him handing me $7 in gas, he had a fucking stack of 20s, bro, just counting them motherfuckers out and hands me the change. Like that stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I'm so glad he got hooked on meth. I am. That's what he fucking
I
was.
Damn.
I was scared on the drive home because Shockley was fucking pissed off, like flying, and I was like, God, I'm gonna fucking die, dude. over $7.
We ended up having to call Chris's mom to get some money just to make it back to Tennessee.
We didn't have any gas.
Like
yeah.
we were barely in Tennessee whenever I was on E and it was like almost dead.
What were you gonna say, Josh? You were about to say something.
Oh, okay. Do you guys think it was an actual campground, or do you guys just think he kind
I
of?
think he took us out there to kill us.
I don't think it was an actual campground because there were no.
There's nothing
no
other
signs,
campgrounds?
no anything.
Okay,
and
that
it
wasn't a
really,
campground.
It wasn't really like even set up as a campground.
No, it was just a spot
woods.
next to the river. It was kind of a clearing.
It was the
really.
fucking woods. There was no camp. There was no anything.
That is not a campground.
No, he took us out there to kill
We
us.
were
I told you.
sketched out, dude.
And then what was even worse about it, all of this,
Okay.
before I got my $7 in gas, keep in mind, we're still at this fucking place. We get up to make breakfast the next morning, and the stupid motherfucker dumps all the eggs out.
Yeah.
All the eggs out in the fire.
man.
And I'm like, you stupid motherfucker.
Okay.
So we all had to split like 4 strips of bacon.
I remember that. Yeah. This motherfucker was cooking and spilled
Alright. Hey.
everything. All we had.
So
What an idiot.
I was eating good back in the day. 4 strips of bacon, that's a lot. Okay, but
Come
hear me
on.
out. What if that truck was the one that saved you guys? The one that pulled up? No, you're like, man, we're about to fucking do it.
they just went out there. Apparently, they were just fishing because I watched them the whole damn morning.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I could
Yeah,
not
they were
sleep.
Those were your guardian
So
angels.
I just watched this truck pull up and watched as people got out of it. And just, I didn't take
Dude,
my
yeah,
eyes off
he
that
woke
truck.
me up. Me and
I was
Shockley,
so freaked out.
we
bro.
wanted to be gone so bad that the next, because they wanted to stay for like 3 fucking days.
No,
Yeah,
fucking-
we were like, no, we're
stayed
going
one
back.
night, and the very next morning, me and him woke up, and we were talking to each other, and we were like, dude, we got to make something up and get out of here. And we were like, what can we say?
We said,
And
didn't we make
came-
something up about
We
Joe?
came up about with my brother. We were like, we'll just tell him that my brother like needs a ride and he's stuck or something. So we told them like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, something came up. We got to go back home.
You'll be there in 6 hours, Joe.
Yeah.
No problem.
And they're just like, oh man,
No better
are you
lie.
for real? They were so fucking weird about the whole situation, dude. They were just begging
they
to
were
stay.
just sketchy.
And do you remember? We literally drove we left the campsite, with them with us. 2 hours down the road, Franklin looks like Shockley and he's like, man, I forgot my keys at the campsite. Can you drive me back?
No.
Really?
I told him
Yeah.
no.
Shockley, he's like, Shockley, will you drive me back, man? Shockley's like, no, I'm not.
You never told
That
me
was probably
Like,
his
we're
last
2
chance.
hours
shit.
away. And then we had to go to that guy's house.
Yeah, and then he was like, well, I know a friend that lives close by here. He's like, will you take me there? So we go to his friend's house. Me and Shockley, Franklin literally tells us like, oh, you guys can't come in because, something about his mom. So me and him were like, okay. So we sit out in the truck for God knows how long.
It was like-
He finally
was
comes
like an
back
hour.
out. He finally comes back out and he's like, man, I'm just going to stay here. You guys can head back home without us. And we're like, okay. And then he's like, that's whenever he's like, oh, let me give you some gas money. And then pulls out a fucking fat stack of fucking 20s, maybe even 100, and then hands him $7. And it's just like, yeah, man, thanks for driving me up here. You guys be safe. And we're just
Him
like,
asking for his keys was his second chance to kill you. Like, that was
Yeah.
like,
Honest
I gotta
to
do it.
God.
I gotta do
I
it.
bet he had his keys in the fucking pocket.
oh, God.
I don't know. I think he actually did
See,
lose those.
he actually used to be kind of cool, but then, like, as time went on, like, he started to scare
Sketch,
me.
man.
Like, his intentions, like, whenever he would be like, hey, you want to hang out? I'm like, I don't trust you
Yeah,
like,
sorry, bro.
at all.
I don't want to sleep around
I don't want you to
Last
know
time
where
I saw
live.
him, he was on the side of the road somewhere hitchhiking, and I was like, no.
I honestly, I believe it 100%. I do believe it.
This
'cause
podcast is just turning into you all talking shit about one of your classmates.
It's a cool
Fuck
story.
him.
It wasn't a classmate. No,
It wasn't
yeah,
a classmate,
was.
dude. It was
Yeah.
just a guy that we met.
Like, we went
You
to
just
school
met
with
him?
him.
Yeah. I mean, I went to school with him, but not for very long. Because when I was a freshman, I think he was a senior. So,
Yeah, he graduated.
Jesus.
but he was always like, just kind of like, I don't know.
He was
very-
always weird.
He was
but
always
wasn't
friendly, though.
But yeah, but like he was a cool guy.
He was friendly,
Yeah.
but like he just
He's
He
just
was
a
like that
murderer.
one weird guy you'll talk to occasionally. That was him.
Like, you
Okay,
just
like he
find-
wasn't. But then eventually, like it got to the point where
Okay.
you're like, who
So
the
wait,
fuck
I
is
have
this?
another story, which is actually pretty funny. Me, Shockley, Josh, I think Matthew too, another one of our friends, are all hanging out at our friend's house. We're all chilling or whatever. Franklin, this guy, shows up to the house and knocks on the door. He didn't like call or text or anything. Like he just shows up.
Oh, wait.
So we open the door and we're just like, "Hey man, what's going on?" This motherfucker literally has half his head shaved. And he's like, dude, he's like, I was cutting my own hair and my clippers broke. He's like,
you
guys,
a fucking cheetah.
he's like, do you guys have any clippers?
So bad, bro.
He looked like a fucking idiot, dude. Half of his head was like trimmed off and it cut off in the back. He's like, do you guys have any clippers, man? Mine broke. And I'm like, why didn't you just go to the store? Why come to us first?
Why would he go in public like that?
I know. I would have wore like a fucking hat
on,
or like a toboggan or something like.
That was his second chance to murder you all. I guess third chance now.
Oh my god.
Well, no, that was before the camping trip. That was before the camping trip.
Was it? Yeah. It was.
And I remember the whole time he just wanted to go swim in the river. So we did that like the next morning.
I remember we all went up to swim this little part of the river and it was fucking freezing cold, dude.
It wasn't even that. The worst part of it for me was like remember the mud would come up to your knees.
It wasn't
and
even a
shit?
swimming area.
Yeah, dude. Like it was like
area.
it was fucked. Like it was that was just the worst
Well,
decision.
the weird thing about it is like there was 4 of us, you know, me, Shockley, which are good friends, and then them 2, which are good friends.
Franklin was a good friend. We didn't even know the other guy.
I'm saying they were good friends to each other. So like both of them are having like a blast, man. Like smiling, like, man, this is such a good time. We're having so much fun. And me and Shockley are just like miserable the whole time.
Yeah.
And like we kind of
me pissed off and confused because I just decided to follow this meth head to the fucking.
And we tried to make it clear
in the
that
fucking
we didn't want to be
backwoods where
there
I'm gonna
too.
get murdered.
Why didn't you all just like say no?
Well, we didn't
They
know.
didn't know it then.
We didn't know this was gonna be like that. Like,
I would have said something after like 3-hour mark. I'd be like, all right, this is.
what are you
too
gonna
long.
do? Turn around and drive back?
And
And keep in mind, he kept
Never
telling us.
invested.
He
You're
kept
right
telling us,
though.
man.
Like I'll give you that. We probably should have just been like, man, we ain't going camping. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, but he kept on telling us like he wasn't clear with it. Like the 6-hour thing, like every hour or so, he would keep being like, "No, it's not that much farther, man. We're almost here." And then we'd be like, "Well, if we're almost here, then I mean, we might as well just stick it out." But then another fucking hour would pass, and he'd be like, "No, man, we're almost here." And we kept getting frustrated. We were like, "Dude, you keep saying we're almost here, and we're fucking not almost." By the time we got there, dude, it was 2 a.m. and it was pitch black, fucking dark. And as soon as we get there, I'm ready to just fucking pass out, man. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But these weird motherfuckers are like, "No, man, let's spark up the campfire and roast marshmallows." I'm like, dude, this is horrible. I want to die.
But the funniest part was on the way down there, it started fucking pouring rain.
And they were in the back
and
of
it
the
was
truck.
just poetic justice, really. I was so happy. Like, looking back on it, I'm so happy it rained on those stupid motherfuckers.
They were in the back
because they
of
were
the
in the
truck,
bed of
man.
my truck. And it was just me and Chris up there, and Franklin would peek his head through, like, that center window that's in the back window, and he'd be like, "Hey, man, can I come up there with you guys?"
Yeah, do
It's
you
like,
remember-
"No, you don't want to
yeah.
leave your friend out there."
No.
Bam! Like, it's the fucking window on him.
I remember he kept trying to get me. He kept telling me like, "Hey man, we should like take shifts, like sitting up in the front seat." And I was like, fuck
You're
no."
already wet.
I was like,
Like,
"You're sitting
no.
in the fucking back. I'm
I don't
sitting
want
in
my
the front."
shit smelling like mildew. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Fuck that, dude. It was weird.
Looking back on it, I'm so happy all the bad shit happened to them. Oh god,
That
I'm
whole
so happy.
experience was. I'll remember every detail of that trip.
God, it was horrible.
I almost went with you guys, but I had to do
You did.
something
Go to
the next
school.
day. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I had to go to school. And I was like, fuck, man, I'm going to miss out on this great thing.
I
so
wish you
fucking
did.
glad I didn't get to
I
go.
wish you did just so you could have experienced it.
I know, because it's like,
I'm glad I didn't get to go. I'm glad I didn't know you two.
well, you knew him and just been years.
Yeah, I've actually known Chris.
This
the longest
happened
time.
at the time that I had moved back down to Straw Plains, though. It
Oh,
was
really?
it was right before we connected with you. Remember?
Yeah.
Because when we left, we were at my mama's house in Straw Plains.
Yeah.
That's where we met.
You could
at
have just
the
swung
house.
by my house and be like, "Hey,
Well, no, we
At
picked
the
them up
time, I
in
don't
Jeff
remember
City.
me,
Talking.
bitch."
We picked them up in Jeff City at the Walmart.
Yeah, but we were at Mama's house because
Yeah,
Josh
we
was
left
there
from
too.
there. Yeah.
Josh left Mama's house, went home, and then we left from there. We met him at that weird gas station in Jeff City, and then I swear to God, man, the second we met, it started going downhill like that.
Yep.
Within 5
His
minutes,
car
of
broke
being-
down 2 seconds down the
2
road.
seconds. We got in his car, and fucking a few seconds later, the shit broke down, and then it didn't stop there, man.
I swear it
kept
was a
going
setup
bad.
to murder
If
us.
he
I
killed you all,
swear to
that
God.
would have been like a good novel.
What if he listens to
It
this?
really would
That's a
have.
Stephen King novel.
I was
What if he
thinking about
listens to
that.
this?
Maybe we should write a book about it. I don't know. I'm not friends with him
We
on
all
Facebook
three,
anymore.
me, I don't know about Michael, but I know me, you, and Chris all have enough to write a fucking book. The shit we've been through.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, no
Exactly.
joke. Like,
Are you
no
still eating
shit.
that macaroni?
Yeah. Beggars
Josh,
can't be
Jesus
choosers,
Christ.
man. I like macaroni.
Jesus Christ. I don't think you like the macaroni. I think the tea likes the macaroni.
Just feeding the tea.
I get the drunchies.
The drunchies.
Josh is the puppet, and the tea's the puppet master. Playing him like a fool.
What was another shitty experience with Franklin?
I can tell you a fun experience.
When we went to his old lady's house. You remember that?
Wait, what?
A
What?
long time
Oh
ago.
God! I think. You know what I remember?
He was
You know-
with us,
No,
too.
he wasn't. But he was waiting back home. I think. You know what? You know what? The thing that makes me remember that Boone's Farm.
Because I picked up some damn
Because we got his girlfriend's dad to like buy us some beer.
No,
or
it was
whatever.
his dad's girlfriend.
Yeah, something like that. They
Yeah.
bought us some beer, and they were like, "Oh, y'all are drinking this nasty ass cheap shit."
It's
We were like, "Yeah,
what do
we're
you drink?
poor.
Coors.
We're poor."
Coors.
Yes, I am drinking.
Yeah,
Coors,
Josh
actually.
wasn't with us, but we met him later that night.
Mm-hmm. It was something. That shit was so fucking funny though.
I could tell you a fun night.
Go.
You weren't there, but Josh was there. The night I saved Chris's life.
I don't know.
Oh wait, his birthday.
Yeah. We went camping for Chris's birthday, and he's throwing
I
up
was
on
there.
himself.
Yeah,
I was there.
Were you?
That
No,
was
you
like the
weren't.
first time me and Emily ever.
He was there. He
bonded
got there
at
later
all.
than everybody
Yeah,
else.
but like you left that night.
Yeah, you
I left with Conrad. I didn't
Yeah.
stay the night.
I can't
no.
believe
Yeah.
you rode with Conrad.
Oh my God,
No, I didn't
He was-
ride with Conrad.
that's a guy that we haven't
Conrad
seen in
was
a long
just
time.
there. He was parked behind me. I had just got that gray
Okay,
Mustang.
never mind.
Yeah,
But yeah, I saved Chris's life.
I miss Conrad.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude.
That's like the only thing I really remember from that,
Yeah.
and seeing Conrad like try to sleep on the roof of his car.
And
That was hilarious.
I remember those vodka and jelly beans.
Oh God,
They weren't
God.
jelly beans.
didn't
we
we
dude.
dump
dumped him
those
in-
in the lake?
We dumped
Who
some
was
of
it
them
that-
in the lake.
Gummy
We were like,
bears.
man.
They were gummy bears.
They were
Yeah,
gummy
yeah.
bears
Dude, they
or
were
soaked in vodka.
shit.
They were
They were
awful, man.
horrible.
Well, the thing that made them bad was I think she put way too much vodka in it
Yeah.
because it didn't. The gummy bears didn't soak it up.
No,
It was kind of
they
like
were just cold and hard.
yeah, it was like vodka, just like
Straight
actual
vodka.
liquid
Mushy
vodka.
vodka.
It was like hand
Me and
sanitizer,
Conrad,
man.
me and Conrad
dude,
were
it
just
tasted
swallowing
like
them.
shit too.
You
I
don't
did
chew
get
it.
really
You don't
fucking
chew
remember
it.
Conrad being
No, you just
upset
well. The
over
thing
that
about it
girl.
is where those are soaked up in vodka, man. They won't hit you till later. Like
Josh, you're right. I remember. He handed me his
you
phone, and
personally-
I barely know this guy, and I deleted
This was
pictures
probably
of
the
this
first
girl.
time we met him.
he's well. See,
Oh
me and
yeah,
Josh
with
have been
his
dealing
girl,
with that
his
for a
ex
while.
girlfriend. I remember
But
that.
he's always been like that, though. I mean,
He has.
'cause I remember even back when we hung out with Matt. Remember, he would like lay flat on the kitchen floor
Yeah.
and like talk to
he would
himself.
get upset sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm glad I deleted those pictures from his phone.
he's
though.
always
Felt
been
bad
You want
for
to
him.
go
Like, oh,
rafting?
that was fucking fun, dude.
That was
I've
awesome.
never had so much
We
fun.
were so hungover though.
God, that was fun.
You
Man.
didn't help at all. Here I'm like wired.
No,
sitting there.
I remember me and you at the time, man. Me and Shockley, Conrad was like a raft guide up there, so he took us rafting up there for free, and it was super cool. But me and Shockley were like dirt poor, and I remember I got to the point where it had been like the whole fucking day. It was like 5 o'clock, and I was like, man, I hate to be a
I'm
burden,
beat.
but I'm starving. And Conrad was like, well, I got some old macaroni. I'm like having it. So he got
And we
like some-
split that
yeah,
macaroni, bro.
We had like one box of like old ass macaroni that was pretty sure was expired. And me and Shockley like split that, and it made my whole day because
That was
I mean,
the first thing we had eaten in days.
yeah,
I'd
we
say.
didn't have any food, man. It was horrible. But we had a good. I remember whenever we went rafting, it was mostly like people with their kids and families, and then me and him,
Me,
were like,
you, and Conrad.
like
guys
two-
have been fucked up the day
two
before. But,
fucking
hey,
hot-
we're
we
here,
were-
guys.
we were hungover
Yeah, it
as
was
hell.
the-
We looked horrible. Didn't shower or anything. I think we stayed up that whole fucking night before. We didn't
did,
even
'cause
sleep.
it-
And we went straight rafting, and then that whole day, man, I was like, oh my God, I feel awful.
Yeah, he was dead. I'm over here like excited as shit. Like
I was
so
excited,
ready.
but I just couldn't. It was just hard for me to focus. 'cause
We
I was
get
so
there.
angry.
Hey, what? When y'all told me to like jump in the river, and I did. Keep in mind, this is like September,
I wouldn't do it.
and it
Oh,
was
God.
the coldest
Fuck that.
fucking river I'd ever.
There was some
into
pretty.
in my
We should all
life.
do that one day, actually. Go
Rafting?
whitewater. Yeah, man, it's. So
I want to
fun.
do that,
You ever
and
been?
I want to go axe throwing.
That'd be fun. Both
Yeah.
of those fucking
You can
fun as
literally
hell.
come up to my house and do that.
I don't know
I've
about
got an
axe
axe.
throwing, but I would like to go rafting though for sure.
Dude,
Loser.
rafting would be fun.
You
Rafting
can
is
you
like
can
class.
drunkenly
That's
throw
that.
a hatchet at a wall.
That'd be-
Doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah.
Not as fun as rafting though. It sounds cool.
I mean, like, dude, I'd be down to throw some axes.
Right?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they serve pizza. You can get beer. Maybe
Wait, is it
even
a
Twisted
place?
Tea.
I thought
yeah.
you were just talking about just doing it.
No,
Oh,
there's
okay.
like, it's called like the Axe House or something,
Yeah,
and it's over in Knoxville. And yeah, you just like pay them, and then they'll give you
Yeah.
a bunch of hatchets, and you just throw it at a target.
You know what's another
No
weird
shit.
thing that's kind of off topic? You guys ever like going to like the driving range? Like
What?
anybody like golf? Like
Oh God,
it's where you
yes.
can just go and like
Oh,
drive golf
God,
balls.
yes.
It's not.
I've
You're
wanted to
actually
play
not
golf
playing
for
the
so
game.
long.
Me and my
Never done
granddad
it.
used to
It's
go
fun,
golfing together a lot.
They'll give you like
and
100
I miss
balls.
golfing in general.
They're supposed to be building a Top Golf in Farragut.
I heard
Huh.
that, and I would love to go play.
Yeah.
I've never played.
See, we should do
Topgolf.
something like that one weekend instead of just the norm. You know what I
Want to
mean?
go play golf?
Just go do any. Well, mini golf's different. Mini
Yeah.
golf's different. It's fun.
Putt-putt.
And
Dude,
plus, honestly,
no,
I
if
like
we went
golf.
to Pigeon Forge, go karts all day, bro.
Yeah, go
Yeah, for
karts.
real.
Yeah,
We need to go to fucking
So,
NASCAR.
we
Speed
had-
park. Yeah,
Speedway,
it's
yeah.
like $30 a person, dude.
We had this one.
Whoa!
Cheap, man. That'd be fun as fuck.
So like my family and I, we used to go
All
up
of us.
to the rod runs, like
No,
literally
Have
fuck
some
the
of
rod
these.
runs.
every time we had a rod run. Well, back in the
Every
day,
time.
like we used to go to the rod runs all the fucking time. So we would go with this family friend of ours, whom also went all the time. But he had like cars he actually showed there, and they were very, very nice. Like he had a little red Chevy Bel Air. He had it was a '56 Ford pickup, and it was fucking gorgeous. And he just showed those two. And I can remember one year because me and his grandkids grew up together. We rented out, you know, that one go-kart track that's like neon green up there, and it's got like the spiral
Is that
that
the,
goes
the
up.
wooden?
Yeah, I
the
know what
wooden
you're
one?
Yeah, and then like in the corner right before the finish line, they spray it and you could like slide
Yeah.
around. So he rented that whole fucking thing for us, all of us, and we
Josh, you're
could
not
go
being
on
slick.
it from 8 o'clock at night until whenever we could ride that on Rod Run weekend. So if that speaks about how much damn money this man's got,
Yeah, that's
like,
an
like you're talking,
expensive
you got
place
some
to rent
money.
out.
But dude, we used to do some cool shit like that when I was a kid. We should do that. I'd love to go race. Some
I would.
go-karts.
I would. NASCAR
be
Speed Park
fun.
is the place to go if you're talking go
be
karts, just
so
because
much
it's so
fun.
cheap and it's so fun, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I like the track with the spiral, but that's pretty much all there is the spiral. Like
And
after
now's the
that-
time because everybody's in school. This is
Yeah.
dead season. For
I mean,
them.
literally
Yeah.
one weekend the next couple weeks. I mean, we should just all get together and just make a plan. Like, hey, Saturday at 2 or whatever.
I'll
we're
just
gonna go to
bring
NASCAR Speed
Octavia,
Park.
drop her off, and then we can just go.
Boys Day. And then we can
They
go to your
go to
meat
Tanger and
buffet.
we'll go race go-karts.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just
Do they serve beer? Probably not.
I wish. We could pre.
We may have to. Yeah, we
like,
have to.
we
We
could just
can
pregame.
walk in, hey.
I'm gonna race them fucking carts you got in there,
I
Bo.
don't know if they would sell beer where you drive.
No, not at all.
Vehicle.
Isn't it NASCAR Speed Park where they got like the 60-mile-an-hour ones?
Yes, but you have to
Yeah.
have a license. But I mean,
I
obviously,
mean, hell, I've got a license.
I remember as a kid, I always wanted to drive
Really?
one. Didn't have a
Yeah,
license.
but,
so.
oh yeah, you're too
60 miles.
60
an hour.
miles an hour on a go
On something
that
weighs
fast.
as
I'd be
much as
horrified.
my-
A little track. What the fuck?
Like on something that weighs
Well,
as much as my nutsack.
On the 60
like,
mile per hour ones, they have like a full circle track. Like,
Yeah, it's a big.
it's
oval.
a
That'd be
big
fun, though.
track,
That'd
and
be
it's not
fun
like
as
a
fuck.
it's not a curvy track. It's mostly
I would
It's got some
100%
turns, but it's
go there with you.
Let's
Guys. No
do it.
shit. It'll be so much fun
hey, one weekend soon, dude. We should do it.
next weekend.
Yeah,
Bet.
I mean, I'm fine. If we have
Next
to make
Well, hang on. We'll see what time the Vols play. Then
Dude,
we'll
fuck the
decide.
balls, man.
okay.
yeah,
listen.
fuck the
Go
ball.
Cards
No, I'm
with the
kind of
boys.
with him on that. Okay, because they play Georgia, and
Me
speaking
and
of
Josh,
that,
me and Josh will go.
I don't-
go-karting,
I haven't
and
checked
y'all
my phone.
can
Yeah, you
whack
guys
off in
can
front of your
fucking fuck
TV.
each other and watch the football game.
we will. We'll spoon and everything. We'll have a good ass time. Threaten us with a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I
Hey,
forgot what I was gonna
well.
say.
Well, guys, yeah.
Don't make fun of me. I've had a lot of seltzers. Okay. Remember that one time that I snuck vodka over here? And y'all didn't know.
Wasn't it in a Gatorade bottle?
Oh my!
No, it was in
God.
my hydro flask, and then I couldn't.
yeah.
I couldn't do the. Oh wow, George is killing Auburn.
Bro.
I
told you
couldn't
George
hardly
was
do the
gonna
outro, and then you're like, you just had 2 beers, and then I was like, no, I've actually had like a shit ton of vodka.
I've had one
held
liter
out
of
on us,
vodka
man.
behind this.
Like this whole thing was filled up before I got here.
It actually was. It was like
Holy
my
fuck.
hydro flask is like 40 ounces, and it was like almost just over a third, and I had drank it all by the
What
end of the
was
show.
so
It
bad?
was
Just
great.
you or Octavia too.
Me.
What was so
was
bad
great.
was he told me it was water, and I wanted to get a sip, and I got a sip, and I was like,
That's not what.
yeah, I was like, no.
I
As
fooled
soon as
you,
I
bitch
took a
ass.
sip, I was like, I hate vodka. Like,
Because I know if I sneak
Wait,
some
you hate
over,
vodka?
somebody's gonna want
I
some.
hate
You
vodka.
seem like you'd be a vodka guy.
No, honey, whiskey and rum. That's all you need in
Damn.
life. I need something with flavor. Fucking vodka tastes like dog shit. That's
Vodka
just
tastes
been
like
sitting out
bleach.
in the sun.
Well, hang on. If you mix vodka with something, then it's fine.
Yeah, if
I mean, like,
you mix
vodka's
I'm
okay,
talking
but I
about
mean, like,
just
it does
drinking
taste like
it.
bleach,
I can't
though.
just drink vodka.
I
This
feel
isn't
so
Russia.
Left out of this conversation.
Well, you should be, you stupid idiot.
Yeah.
Who drinks kava? I guarantee you,
can't drink.
not one listener on this knows what kava is.
You're gonna
Probably
see
not.
somebody out in the comments like me.
I know what it
You
is.
son of a bitch. How dare you?
I'm sorry that I'm not an alcoholic.
Okay, so favorite whiskey, go. Shockley,
Oh,
just
shit,
Shockley.
You put me on the spot.
I thought you were gonna say proper 12.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
I was thinking that, to be honest. Yeah. I'm an Irish whiskey guy, and I love Jameson. I love Tullamore. Don't get me wrong, but proper 12's definitely got a fucking.
It's good.
I thought it was okay. That one
Those
time
subtle
you gave it
hints
to
of
me.
I thought it was
vanilla on
very
the back
good.
end, like it was so good.
I wouldn't buy it, but it is very
I wouldn't
good.
buy it, but it is very good.
I mean, like, it is expensive, ain't it?
it's
If I
only
could,
like $20, $25.
Oh, never mind. I probably would buy
the
it.
best thing I've ever had that's not like seltzer or alcohol, seltzers
Pussy
or like
beer.
beer or something, is margarita moonshine from
Old
Smoky
Smoky
Mountains.
That Smoky
yeah.
Mountain moonshine was pretty good.
Yeah,
I like
the,
the
the
Hunch
Punch.
margarita
Moonshine.
is like perfect.
The
I
Hunch
fucking
Punch
loved
was
it.
pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, that seltzer's killing me, dude.
Got the hiccups.
Yeah,
I
they'll
thought you were
fuck
about
with
to
you.
throw up.
No, I'm not that
I
weird.
almost freaked out. I was like, he's gonna puke. This son of a bitch.
All right, guys. Well, I think we've hit about 45 minutes, so it's about time to wrap it up.
Till next week. Hopefully.
Hopefully next
unless
week.
your funky ass football game.
Till next time
Yeah, man,
on
fuck
Dragon's
football.
Ball P.
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun doing our first show in like 3 months, but we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yes. We will.
Well,
got
if
hiccups.
y'all like us, give us a like, share us, please to God, share us since we haven't been around in forever. But thanks for listening, guys. Peace out.
Gone
Love y'all.
but not forgotten.
Thanks for the listen.
See you guys.